There seems to be a cycle being played out in these journeys. The African wilderness and Kruger National Park in particular has been a place of deep physical, mental, and soul therapy for myself and many of you.
There has to be some kind of lesson here.
But once I've returned home, it slowly gets undone. Rinse and repeat. This was no different, but in order to break the cycle and remain in a state of flow, I'll try to understand what the wild awakens within us. Why is nature so good for us?
A very good morning to you from Crocodile Bridge, Kruger National Park. It is my favorite time of the day, just before sunrise. The air is fresh and cool. There's a certain smell in the air that I can't really describe, but if you know, you know. And who knows what today and the next 8 days has in store for us here in Kruger National Park. We've got quite an epic journey ahead of us, but I'll get into that a little bit later on today. For now, I think let's just enjoy this morning drive and see what we see.
It was a morning for birding. Birdwatching activates multiple sensory systems: sight, hearing, and even spatial tracking. It engages parts of the brain linked to pattern recognition, memory, and focus. Tracking and identifying birds stimulates dopamine, offering small bursts of pleasure and reward. People who notice birds daily report lower levels of depression, anxiety, and stress. One study even found that recordings of birdsong can positively affect mental health. Birding asks us to pause, to listen, and to wait. Qualities so rare in modern life. Each bird becomes a fleeting messenger of joy.
So we're out on an afternoon drive. And if you know the park well, you can probably tell I'm on the S25. It's a bit of a bumpy one. But I thought while it's still hot and quite bright, I'll take the chance to explain what the journey's about and where we're going. Yesterday afternoon I arrived at Crocodile Bridge Rest Camp. I'm camping there for 2 nights. So tonight is the last night before heading up towards Skukuza tomorrow. And from there towards Pretoriuscorp for 3 nights. I've never been there. It's probably one of the less popular camps, and I guess we'll find out why and come to our conclusions in a few days' time. And from there, the last 3 nights will be at Bergendal, where I'll be meeting my girlfriend Kaylee, to round off the trip in style. So I guess if you look at a map, what that makes is kind of like a horseshoe of a trip in the south of Kruger.
The rest of the afternoon was pretty slow going, and to be honest, after hardly any sleep on the first night, I wouldn't be surprised if I was driving past photographic opportunities. On the first night, you're not just entering the wild, you're confronting the edge between your normal life and something older. Stillness can bring up inner noise, and rest doesn't come easy until you surrender. After that, your system starts to trust the environment again. Stillness replaces tension, and you begin to rest deeply.
As you can probably tell already, I am much more energized. I had a really good night of sleep, and it's quite cool because the extra half an hour just packing up camp has allowed the sun to be up as I leave, which has just been so nice with giraffe silhouettes, and it's nice to be able to actually see into the distance for the first half an hour of the morning drive. Just turned onto the S130. I'm gonna stop off at Lower Sabi for a coffee, then go north from there and just zigzag around and slowly head towards Kukuza.
Crossing over the Sabi River leads to the less traveled dirt roads, which run through open plains. Although the rivers tend to be more productive, taking some time away from the hustle and bustle that comes with it can be rewarding in other ways. The ability to scan horizons was critical to our survival, spotting predators, locating water, and tracking herds. Our eyes evolved to switch between near and far focal lengths, and when we're in nature, especially in wide open spaces, we restore that. Being able to gaze into the distance across a savanna shifts the mind from focus to flow, triggering what psychologists call soft fascination. That's where the magic lies. It opens space for reflection and creative thinking.
Alright, short afternoon drive, and I'm actually just going to be heading to Lake Panic to see what's going on there. Yeah, pretty long day. Checked into Skukuza, and it's quite overwhelming in this area, I won't lie. There's cars everywhere. But anyways, it comes with the territory.
It's quite clear that my tension was still slowly unraveling. I think one of the main reasons we feel resistance in modern life is because we become ungrounded. I know it's true for me, and tomorrow morning I'm going to do something about it. Everyday grounding, like walking barefoot on grass, touching tree bark, or strolling along a beach, reconnects us to the earth in simple, accessible ways. This direct contact calms the mind, reduces inflammation, and anchors us in the present. Early morning sunlight delivers vital signals that regulate hormones and reset our internal rhythms. Together, these experiences attune us to natural cycles, bringing us into harmony with the Earth's vibration. I like to think of it as tuning a guitar. I can't think of a better place to do this than on a 3 billion-year-old granite dome in the heart of Africa's wilderness. I can't actually believe I've never been up here before. It really is quite special. I'm fairly certain that there's a very special energy that will be transferred from this rock to you and vice versa. I think we'll continue around this area here. It can be quite productive, and at some point head towards Pretorius Kop to find a good spot to camp. The next time you're here, try it and thank me later.
It's my first time driving this road ever, and I'm honestly very pleasantly surprised at the beauty. It's just these like massive poppies in the distance, like really rugged as you get towards Pretorius Kop, but in a pretty way. It's just got me quite excited for this Pretorius Kop stint of the journey. I'm really looking forward to what we find out here.
There's a quiet, respectful vibe about this camp that I'm drawn to.
This afternoon I'm just going to be doing these loops that are surrounding Pretorius Corp. Never done these roads either. We'll see what it has to offer. It's not an area that's well known for predator sightings, but you never know. It's not all about that anyways. There's other things to be found. I think rare antelope is what this area is actually quite well known for. Sable and roan antelope. So who knows, maybe we get lucky, but more of an exploratory drive than anything.
The game drive was slow and scenic. I was completely unaware of the beauty that exists in this region and the secrets of wildlife who call it home. Morning. Cyclops here. Let's go find some animals.
So I was quite annoyed yesterday when I just got a glimpse of that leopard's backside disappearing into the long grass. So a guy pulls up next to me and says, "There's a beautiful leopard lying on the boulder right next to the road, just up there. It's like fantastic. You have to go see it." I took off and had my camera ready, and I was like, this is the moment where everything changes. And as I got there, everyone was leaving with smiles on their faces, and there went that leopard's tail. Yeah, just a matter of timing. And while I was making my coffee, I just heard a leopard calling from exactly that direction. So I'm gonna have to at least just start the morning that side and take it from there. I think the reason why a lot of us really love coming to Kruger or any national park and going on safari, it's not to actually just find the animals, it's the process itself that we fall in love with. It's the same reason why someone might enjoy painting, how a mechanic loves working on his car. I think it's important for myself to just remember that.
Yes, game drives immerse us in a state of flow, where time fades and attention sharpens. But they also confront us with the tension between expectation and reality. We may hope to see lions and find only silence, and in that contrast, we learn. A game drive is a mirror of life. We seek, we wait, we hope, and we're often surprised by what we get, or don't get. In the stillness between sightings, we're invited to face our impatience and desire for control. In nature, we learn to find meaning in the process over outcome by letting go. It's here that the bush becomes more than a place. It becomes a teacher. You don't win a game drive, you experience it. As a wildlife photographer and videographer, the lesson is even sharper. You don't just capture the shot. Mother Nature offers it when you're still enough to receive it. By remembering this, my experience out here was about to reach new heights. Our mindset shapes whether nature heals or simply distracts. When intention, awareness, and presence align, we begin to notice synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide or affirm our path.
One of the reasons I've chosen this route this morning is because we'll be spending a fair amount of time along a river system. Of course, things will be more attracted to the rivers because of water, but also vegetation. So in theory, should have better chances of seeing predators as well. But let's see what a more intentional route does for us.
It's a sign of harmony between self and world, where we feel unity and interconnectedness. the rhythm of life was now clear to see. Its melody had always been playing, but it took 5 days of fine-tuning to truly resonate with it. Now, I've realigned with the root notes of the bush, and that can only mean one thing: expansion.
It's insane. You will not believe it. We have a big male leopard in a tree. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so that leopard wasn't so happy when another vehicle arrived, so he decided to move somewhere else. So we'll move on. Yeah, some leopards are just more relaxed than others when it comes to vehicles.
What do I mean by expansion? If we stay with the idea of vibration, the very essence of life, this is how I see it. When frequencies are out of tune with our true selves and the world around us, they clash and contract, creating dis-ease. When they align and resonate in harmony, they expand like a wave. Nature itself hums with this natural vibration. When we spend well-intentioned time in it, we begin to ride that wave through life's mountains and valleys.
And that is goodbye to Pretorius Corp. Gonna hit the H22 down towards Afzal, then down to Malalang Gate, where I'll be meeting with Kaylee, and then heading through to Bergendal to set up camp for the last 3 nights.
I had already seen sable in the last few days, but they were almost impossible to film. This was the perfect send-off from Pretorius Corp, and I'll definitely be returning.
We're all set up. We found a really nice spot right on the corner here with a fantastic view. I think the sun's going to set somewhere there, so it should be amazing. I just want to take a quick moment to thank Michael for donating this incredible tent to the channel. He apparently wasn't using it anymore, and it's in perfect condition, and he thought he'd donate it to a good cause. So Michael, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend.
This regained harmony arrived just in time for it to be shared with good company.
We have an extra set of eyes. Hello, Katie.
Hi.
A slower, laid-back afternoon let me put the camera down for some quality time, which continued around the fire. Gazing into the glowing embers is something we all understand. Fire's cycle of destruction and rebirth has shaped this landscape for millennia, and out here, I always feel that same process within myself. Some of what I've shared is new. Others are lessons I've relearned again and again. I hope speaking them aloud helps me carry more of this into daily life and inspires you to step outside into your own journey, because nature is always ready to welcome you back.